it will open the attribute editor. After creating after clicking Control A, it will open the attribute editor. Okay, select this, Control plus A. Yeah. Now in this we will be having two tabs: Control, Shape and Control. So click on this Control. There you can see an option called Limit Information. Limit the movements. Okay, we need to limit the information which is being applied or which is being influencing the curves. So limit the information, uh, in that I want to check translate. Okay, this is which option? Translate Y. You can see the values are getting changed here. Okay, translate Y. So first I'm selecting this. You can see the options like minimum limit and the maximum limit. Okay, this is the current value 0. First I'm clicking, when I'm clicking on this value will be applied here. Okay, I'm going to select the maximum value. I'm going to pass the 0 here to the maximum value. I have set the limit. So see, it is coming down. The minimum value is to the ground. The 0 minus value is coming down. But if I move, it is stopping there itself. It is not going to the top. It is stopping there. It is not going to the top. So maximum value is given. Again, I'm going to turn the limit for Y. Now I should move it little bit. There you can see the change of value in the current position. This is the current position and this is the current position value. I am going to move that value to the minimum position. Okay, now I have turned the limit on. So this is 0 is maximum. Current position I have turned it for minimum. So see, it is not coming down. Okay, it is in the top, it is 0. Now it is in the minus 0 some value. Okay, some minimum value. This is how we need to set limit information so that it won't move. Okay, see, but still it is moving in the left right. Okay, and still it can be moved in the z-axis as well as x-axis. So for that, what we need to do, we need to remove the unwanted attributes. Okay, so when I select this, I'm going to channel box, I'm going to give the 0. It is there. So only for this I think I need only translate Y. Okay, so I'm going to select this control, click on translate X, shift select, sorry, or control select translate Z, rotate X, rotate Y, rotate Z, scale X, scale Y, scale, visibility, everything, and right click on that, give the option lock and hide selected. That's all. So for the switch control, now I am having only one option. Okay, if I try to move it to the left or right, it won't work. If I try to rotate, you can see the rotate option is not available. If I try to scale, the option is not available. So whatever is needed, only that option is available. Okay, so now what about this one, switch box control? This can move anywhere, right? And that is also not good for our rig. So what can be done for this switch box control? I want to make it static. I don't want that to be moved. Okay, so for that, for the switch box control, again I'm selecting the controller curve, give control A. Again you can see in the attribute editor two options, switch box control and control shape 1, right? Yes, here in switch box control you can go to the option display. Under the display you can straight away look down and you can see some option called drawing overrides. Drawing overrides. Click on the drawing overrides. Overrides in the sense we are making this, we are giving some excess information for this switch box control, and we are going to hide it, or we are going to freeze it, that it is not being controlled by someone else. Okay, so see where it is. Again switch box control, come to this display. In the display, drawing overrides, give enable overrides. After enabling the overrides, you can see the display type, it is showing as normal. Okay, normally visible, but we don't need that. I need to make it as a reference mode. Something should be there for understanding, that is enough. I need not to turn or rotate it, so I'm making it reference mode. Click on this normal, click on this down button and make it as a reference. Okay, after making it as reference, you can see you cannot select it. It become black in color. The control become black in color, and again we are facing one problem, that is the inner control, that switch on off control, that control is also affected. Okay, so for that again I need to select that switch control in the, I need to see, listen carefully, I need to select the switch control in the outliner. I'm going to the outliner. Here it is hidden, it become reference, so I'm selecting it, switch box control. Under that switch control, because switch control should be able to access, then why, that is only then we can translate up and down y axis to turn the switch on. Select the switch control, again control A, attribute editor, come to switch control. Here the same option, okay, display. Under that drawing overrides, again enable overrides, and by default it is normal. Okay, we have enabled the override. So now if you select, if you click outside, you can see it is, we can select it. Okay, translate up and down is working. Now we have enabled the overrides and given the value as normal. Why it became reference? Because this is the switch box control that became reference, and this is the, that is the parent, and switch control is the child. So whatever the thing parent is possessing, that affects the child, so this one also become reference mode. Now we have given enable override, and by default it will be in normal, so it is accessible now, right? So now what constraint we need to give for this? And before giving any constraints, I told both the objects should not have any history, and the pivot should be in the middle, and the transformation or the global values should be 0 for both of them. So here for our switch, our translation mode is not clear. I mean, the global values are not clear. It is also having some geometry input like that. So I'm going to edit, delete by type, history, delete the history, then modify, freeze transformation. So both the objects are clear. So I'm going to select this curve and this switch, and which constraint I need to give. That is one big question here. Which constraint? See, I have given explanation with the human model for aim constraint. Okay, aim constraint. Okay, this object is facing this curve. You can recall this example because in the human eyes example, just imagine this is the human eye and this is the control curve. Okay, wherever the control curve goes, the same way human eye rotates, the eyeball of the human. So that is the aim constraint it was given. Similarly, we are going to give aim constraint for this. So I hope you know good about aim constraint. So I'm going to select this switch control, select the switch control, shift select the switch, and going to constraint and I'm going to give aim constraint. Okay, after giving aim constraint, okay, this is power off, this is power on, but see, I'm facing a problem. What? The power of the switch is in good position. When I turn on power on, it is going rotating too much as how my controller curve is going down. This is pointing, or this switch is aiming to the movement. The rotation of this switch is connected to the movement of this control. So it is aim is to follow or see this control wherever it is going. Okay, so that is how it is applied very well, but I am facing one problem. This 0th position is good, but when I move down, keep on, see, the switch is turning or coming out with some uncomfortable position. Okay, so for this, again I should work with the controller curves limitations. Okay, so again I'm selecting the controller curve, opening the attribute editor. There you can see limit information, right? Under that translate, we have given the 0th value of 0.11 something else. Okay, that is when this comes completely down. Now I want to stop the controller curve here because this is the believable what setup. Off, believably it is good, on it is okay, but this is not good. So I'm just going to bring it down where I want to stop. Yeah, here I want to stop. Now when coming down, you can see the current value is changing from minus 0.3 to 0.5. So minus value is the